Hey, friends. Happy Saturday. Super excited to host this call this morning. If you do not know me, my name is Lauren Giglio. I am an Elite One, Platinum Black 3, coming to you from Bowie, Maryland this afternoon, since it's now technically afternoon. Super excited to be on here. I'll be honest with you, it's been a while since I've been a host on one of these calls, so I'm maybe a little rusty, but I will definitely pick it up, bring you a lot of energy, excitement, and share some incredible stories with these amazing women that get to join with us today. So super excited. So a little bit about me and my journey with Modere. I've been with the company for about 6 years now. This opportunity found me when I was not looking for it. I am a mama of 3, ages ranging from 21 years old to 7 years old. And back when Modere first found me in 2018, I was diagnosed with some health issues. My son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. My youngest, who is 7, was diagnosed with a very rare genetic trait. And it got to the point where there was no other option for this mama to be working out of the home because I needed to focus on my kids and I needed to focus on my health. And one simple post on social media changed everything for my family when this journey started. And if you all know, social media is a lifeline of our businesses, right? Being able to reach out to people that you've never met in life, in person. And one simple post on social media changed that for me and my family. And I had sworn off every different opportunity in this industry after some PTSD. And I feel like there's a lot of you probably shaking your heads out there like, yes, I agree. Bad experiences in our past. And I didn't want to give it an opportunity. And a friend shared one simple post, like I said, with me, and it changed the game. And here we are today, being able to come to you and share love with you and share these journeys and experiences with you. And maybe someone's story today is going to resonate with you with why you're here, why you're looking, what sets this opportunity apart. We've got amazing teams and amazing opportunities, especially right now. If you guys have not seen, which I hope you have seen, the social marketer reimbursement fee is still going on through February the 15th. So if you are on this call today because someone invited you, you have an opportunity to join this amazing opportunity with one of the systems of $99 or more, and you're going to get your enrollment free, free 99, as I like to say. So that $49 fee to get your business started is free to get you rocking and rolling. So just a couple different announcements that I'm going to be sharing with you this morning before I kick it off to our first speaker. SRC is 2 weeks away. I know that these events and these different, I was going to say the events in my life, but it's the exact same thing, are literally lifelines of our business where we can love on those humans that we've met through social media. Myself personally, as hard as it is to say, unfortunately, because of a family member having a very large surgery this next week, and I'm trying not to get choked up, this will be the first event that I have missed with Modere. And it hurts me because those events and loving on your humans and seeing those smiles face to face is something so impactful and so special and so amazing. So if you are going to SRC, take it all in. What is your why? Why are you sitting in those seats hearing these amazing speakers talk to you? Why are you there being able to love and hug on Jeanne and Michelle and all of the different leaders in this company and taking all of that in and absorbing it and having that same space as Ozma as she shares with you our journey and our company and just all the values with Modere. So I hope that each and every single one of you that are on this call that are going, please share those experiences with us. Please message me on what impacted you the most at these events because they are special and they are so near and dear to my heart. And it pains me to say that I'm not going to be there, but I can't wait for the next one. But I know that there are new products coming. There's new promotions coming. There's so much excitement around these events. So enjoy and love every single moment of it. And so I don't get emotional thinking about how I'm not going to be there, I'm going to kick it off, guys. we're going to kick it off. I've got 4 amazing, beautiful humans on this call today. My first guest on the call today is Jeanne. Now, guys, Jeanne is a team leader. She's a gold team leader with the company. So her personal sales are over $2,000 a month. Her team is crushing it with activity. But more importantly, Jeanne is going to share with you guys her amazing transformation story. Jeanne has lost, guys, listen to this, 100 pounds on her weight loss journey. And I got to see some of her before and after pictures, and they were absolutely incredible. And she is such an inspiration. She's been on the lean body system. She loves our collagen. And I want to hear exactly why Jeanne chose to say yes to trying these products. So, Jeanne, are you out there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Happy Saturday. Guys, I just want to tell you, like, when we're in these chats and we're talking to the speakers on these calls, and I look at everybody's names, I'm like, Jeanne, please tell me how I'm supposed to pronounce her name, because with my last name growing up, my maiden name is Buter, and it's butter basically with 1 T. So I always got butter, butler, all these different things. And then grammatically, my last name now is Giglio, but there's 2 G's. So I always want to make sure I'm not going to botch anybody's name. But I am so grateful to have you on the call today. But, Jeanne, if you could just tell us a little bit of background of when you started with Modere and how you caught the vision with Modere, and then we're going to get into your amazing weight loss story.
All right. Well, back in November 2021, I was scrolling through TikTok, as we all do, and I found an amazing woman playing my jam, and she said, we need to be friends, and that would be Michelle Bounds. She's amazing. She's the best mentor ever. I love her to pieces. And so we just started chatting. She asked me what my beauty goals were, and at that time it was weight loss. And so that's how I found the business. And it's just been, like, so amazing. I can't believe it's already been 2 years. I mean, so that's like 50 pounds a year, but I can't believe that it's flown by so fast. And I've had so much fun. I've met amazing people, and this company is just incredible. I mean, they take care of you, they take care of the customers, they take care of everybody. And the weight loss journey was, I did it the right way. I didn't go get the surgeries. I didn't do, it was like, oh, do this, that. I'm like, no, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it this way. So Lean Body System is gold, total gold, liquid gold, baby. I take
it really is.
Oh, it's so good, so good. I mean, I love it. I'll take it for life because you know what? It's going to maintain. It's going to keep the fat cells where they are. And I still need to lose another 30. But, it's like I'm 100 pounds. Today I weighed myself, it's 101 pounds. So I saw the 199, and it was always the 200s to the 3. And today I got on there, I said, oh, my God, it's 199. I was waiting to get that 199. So, I take the Lean Body System. Chocolate's my favorite. I like the collagen, the immune, and then they came out with the delicious chocolate chews. Come on. That's candy in your mouth. I mean, really. I take 2 a day, and I'm loving that, and like, I don't know. I just am so blessed. I'm so blessed that I found this company in Michelle. I mean, come on TikTok. How about a song? Not even about weight loss. I wasn't even looking. I've tried everything under the sun. Nothing worked. Just turned 61 years old December last year. And I'm feeling 30 because I take all the other products as well, okay? Like, everything is amazing. My counter is like, boom, Modere galore. I mean, I have a whole cabinet I emptied out, took the food out, took shit out of there, and filled it with all Modere. I'm not even lying. I sent Michelle a picture probably last year. But a whole cabinet with all my products. I mean, I am not running out.
That is so amazing. Okay, so I have to ask you, because I love Michelle Barnes near and dear. She gives the best hugs in the whole wide world. I have to ask you, what was the jam that caught your attention on TikTok?
You know, I said that to her the other day. I go, what was the song? And then she didn't answer me. I couldn't remember. She was sitting on her stoop, you know, and jamming out to this song. And she goes, if this is your jam, we need to be friends. And I remember that.
Right.
I just don't remember what the song. There's so many, probably from the 80s or something, you know. Yeah, one of those good old time songs. But
she definitely has great taste in music, so I'm pretty sure it probably was something that catchy that we all love.
She's probably
and I was going to ask
now.
you, right? And I was going to ask you, but you kind of like touched base on it. So, was surgery on the table for you? Like, I know, like as a woman, you're over 40 years old. Like women, as we get older, like we are more focused about our hormones, and we're more focused about going into menopause. And you saying like surgery was not on the table. Was that something that was presented to you like before? And were you like, what, you know what I mean? And you trying other options out there, like, and you saying you tried all these other things, like what was it that really stood out to you with that lean body system? Like what differences did you see based on other things that you had tried in the past?
Well, I ended up with a thyroid condition, which is how I gained 100 pounds. So I was undiagnosed for years, and I was gaining, and here I am so active where I work 3 jobs. You know, I was just like, how am I gaining this weight? And I mean, I don't even eat like that. And it was all the thyroid. So it started out with the thyroid, and then I gained that weight. And so it's like you say, over 40, it's harder to lose. And I did the Weight Watchers, all the things, you know what I mean. I could go on and on about the programs out there. But the Weight Watchers, I might have lost 10 pounds. I mean, you know, and I was killing myself doing it. But when the first time I tried the trim, I was like, oh, my God, it's chocolate. It's like licking the cake batter out of a bowl. I mean, it just tastes like brownie mix, chocolate cake mix. I was like, oh, my God, I can totally do this, you know. Only 1 tablespoon a day. Come on, I want to take 2. But, you know, I did stick with the 1. And then the burn, you know, the capsules and stuff, what I do is I put them in, I made a shake every day. I bought the whey protein or one of the shake proteins that we have. And I put all my stuff in. I opened those capsules. I didn't want to swallow all of them. I opened them all up and blended them in my blender every day. I still do it. It just makes it easy for me. Just drop everything in there, pills, everything, all of it, all in a shake, and I drink it a day. And, you know, and that's it. That's all I did. And, you know, my collagen, and that's it. And then the fat cells were just shrinking, and they didn't discriminate. I only wanted to lose a certain part here, there, and the other. But come on now, I didn't want the girls to go away. But the girls started to go away, okay? You know, nobody wants that, all right? That's another thing in itself. But, you know, you can't help it. Wherever the fat is, this product shrinks it. For real. Yeah. No joke. I wasn't at the gym 5 days a week. I wasn't even at the gym 5 days a week. So I'm telling you, it's the product itself. It's really the product itself. It's really amazing. And
I think, and that's so true, like, you being on your journey for the last 2 years now, like, I think that's such a key point, because a lot of times when people start a weight loss journey, they want a quick fix, right? Like, they want to make sure that it's something that's going to happen overnight. Like, I have so many people that are like, I tried it for a month and it didn't work.
Well, you know what you tell them? You know what you say? What I say? You can't have sex on Friday and have a baby Monday, okay? So that's the gist of it right there. How's it going to happen? Come on now.
Oh, my God, Jeanne, I love you. I feel like you're my spirit animal. Like, it's so true, right? And I always say, like, we always suggest making simple changes a day, right? Like, you like, hit the nail on the head. You're not in the gym 5 times a week. Like, life slaps you in the face hard. Like, I remember when I started my journey, I focused on drinking my water a day, steering clear of sugar drinks, steering clear of fried foods. But we're humans. We're going to make mistakes, right? But these products literally help you inhibit that fat storage And have you noticed as well, like when you take your product, you don't feel as hungry and you get full faster. Like it's literally helping your body and helping your system with saying, okay, well, we want that whole pizza. But when you start to eat, you're not going to want to eat that whole pizza because you're getting full faster.
Well, I'm definitely the doggy bag girl. Oh, yeah. I'm always taking half my meal home. So, yeah, I can't finish it. As hungry as I am when I see it, half of it goes home, right in the bag. And I do eat it later. But, I definitely cannot eat the whole, even a cheeseburger, like half the cheeseburger, you know. It's just like I do get filled up really very quickly. And the other thing I have to say, which is a game changer, you have to take the carb blocker because I'm Italian, okay? I'm from Boston, all right?
Yeah.
You're going to have some pasta, spaghetti, and all this. You want to have the carb blocker for your pizza and all that stuff. And it really does work. You take it a half hour before you want to indulge in the deliciousness. So.
Yeah, I have to tell you, my husband's Sicilian, so I totally get that. Like, I wish I had carb blocker before our wedding because his mom was a stress cooker, so she wanted to cook us rice balls and pasta all the time, and I was like, I can't go to your mom's house and eat. But, yeah, carb blockers, and I feel like digestive enzymes, too, after big meals really helps your body.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like I said, I take all of it. So the digestive enzymes for sure because the gut is your second brain. So, you know, you got to feed that, definitely.
So before I let you go, thank you first so much for sharing your story. Like, I want you to let me know, like, what advice for you? So you started your weight loss journey, and then how did you get into the business side of things? Like, what spoke to you as far as, like, the business aspect of things?
Free products spoke to me, baby. Free products, because I'd make $400 to $600 a month, and then I'd always have $100 of free products. So I maintained that, and it was like, okay, $400 a month, or whatever, could have been higher, $1,000 a few times. But the free products every month, $100.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, where do you go? Free 99, as you say. Yes.
Free 99. Exactly. Exactly. Well, Jeanne, thank you so much for joining us today. Like, seriously, like, I love your vibe. I love everything that you said. Like, you do not hold anything back. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Are you
Michelle spoke very highly of you, so she said I was going to love you, and she was correct. I do. I feel you.
I love it. Yeah, Sean just said Jeanne for president in our group chat. I totally 110% agree with Sean. So thank you so much, and we will definitely hear from you soon, and I know we see a lot of beautiful things in your future.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Lauren.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to listen to everybody else. See ya.
I know. I'm super excited. Okay, my friends. Okay, so what a way to start off our Saturday call. Like, Jeanne is the bomb. So the next human I am going to bring on here is Heidi. Heidi is a senior team leader, so she's building on the team side, but she is also a platinum social marketer, so over 3,000 points in her customer pod. And I know that Heidi had shared with me she's a wife. She's a mom of 4. She's been in the industry for 8.5 years, and she was a 6-figure earner in the natural wellness industry. So, Heidi, are you out there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. So super excited to talk to you because a lot of times you find that there's a lot of people in this industry that have tried so many different things, right? And seeing that you've been in the industry for 8.5 years, you've made 6 figures in this industry. Can you share with us, Heidi, when you found Modere and just share a little bit of your background story?
I totally can. And I just have to say, Jeanne, what an incredible, powerful story. That's just a redemption story, right, about how we can just take control of our own health, which is actually exactly how I got into this industry in the first place. So I'm just going to give a little quick background, if that's okay, because it's going to make total sense why I chose Modere. So like it was just shared. So I'm 42 years old, so I'm over that tipping point. Married for 23 years already, got married almost like a year after high school. We have kids ages 11 to 19, 4 of them. And my background is I'm actually originally from Europe. I experienced 13 schools in 12 years in 3 different countries, which is actually how I got to meet the infamous John Melton, and I'll get to that in a minute. But at 18, I settled down and married a Canadian farm boy, and both just really driven and set to work. I mean, my dad told me, if you don't go to university, you're not going to amount to anything, and I didn't believe that. But I also had no knowledge yet of the industry that I was going to go into. We were just, we had the grain farm in front of us. We were running and operating a finished carpentry business, which has been 20 years now, so kind of traditional business models. And we just started knocking out life, having a young family. And here's the thing, though. When you're young and you're just on the go, I was completely oblivious to taking care of yourself. And I think a lot of people can probably relate to that. I mean, I don't even know if I drank a cup of water in a day. You know, people said eat good, sleep good, drink lots of water, exercise. And I was like, I'm doing good. And I just was so oblivious. But here's what happened. After our third daughter, this was now in 2008 we had her. 2009, the beginning, just was not feeling very good. And you guys, I literally woke up one morning. I remember it was 5:30 a.m. and I could not stand on my own 2 feet. Now, when you are somebody who gets up and just goes from morning till night and you suddenly can't get out of bed, and it wasn't just that morning, this went on for weeks, I knew that there was a serious problem. So I went through traditional route. I went and did, I ran to the doctors after a while. Then I wasn't happy with that answer, and I started investigating natural health. So I brought both together, and none of them helped me, and so I had to start taking things into my own hands, which is how I got into the industry initially, because when you're in a crisis, you got to figure things out. And so that's what led me, this was now 2015, and that's what led me to my former company and how I got into the industry and introduced. Now, I was not there for the business. I just had to get myself better. I had to be able to function. I had to sell one of my other companies, which was a brick and mortar, and because I just couldn't do it. So it was very selfish. So I had told a friend of mine, I also saw one post, I said, I don't care what you order me. Like, don't tell me any details. Just order me what I need to be able to be better. And so she did. I got a package at the door. Fast forward, I ended up using those products, doing super, super well, because I looked around and realized if I'm feeling like this, so are a lot of other people, and we can help them naturally. And so anyways, here's what happened, though. I ended up being a 6-figure earner in that company. I was asked to be keynote speaker at corporate events. I hosted lots of things. I was on the focus group for Canada for the company. And the thing that was starting to really bug me, though, was that I felt like I was winning alone. And I was starting to look into the eyes of those with me who were just like good-hearted, motivated, awesome people, and they weren't winning. And so I started looking around, and here's where John comes back on the radar. I also see on social media, thank the Lord for social media. I see on social media that I have a local mutual friend with John, and I was like, wait a second. John and I went to school together down in Maryland in high school. How does she know him? So we got into a conversation, reconnected, and I find out that not only did John and I go into the same industry, but that he was crushing it here with you guys with Modere. And so got to just hear some phenomenal things about the company. And you guys, I made a phenomenally huge pivot in August of 2023, so not even that long ago. And here's why I did it. I did it because I have seen too many people succeed in their health and in having a plan B or C or D and creating options with their family with this industry and business model to just walk away. I absolutely could not just walk away, even though I felt burnt out, strung out, discouraged, turning around looking at my people. I knew that there was too much to be had, and I knew that with just the times of, costs are rising and fuel is up and groceries are up and all these things, like people are looking for options, and I knew that I was going to be able to share that with them. And so I started looking at Modere, and I was like, I have got to absolutely make this switch, because this team is absolutely crushing it. when a lot of other people are telling me, oh, it's just a slow time and a low time. And I was like, no way, there is no way, because I've always believed that who you surround yourself with is who you become. And so anyways, August 2023, started seeing how many people were winning, started seeing the phenomenal change in my own self. My body had been stuck. I said I'm 42 years old, and at 39, it's no joke. Things change. And I actually first started using, of all things, I got a bottle in the mail of the Firming Body Foam. And it sounds kind of crazy. That's not really the first thing people would start with. But the change I saw so fast, and the issue I was having with the skin on my thighs, I was sold. And I knew that Modere already had gut health, which is what I'd been teaching on. And Jeanne talked about, the gut-brain connection and all these things. Like, gut health is king. Well, Modere had that. So not only then did I start trying the trim, all of a sudden this weight that I had been slowly out of nowhere gaining as someone now in their 40s, I started seeing my body was completely leaning out. And you guys, that when you see change in yourself, you can see lots of stories, but when you see change in yourself, you can't help but tell people, right? And it's not the beauty of this industry, especially with social media and all these things. I mean, I'm going to be sharing Jeanne's story today with a whole whack ton of people, because you can't disagree with the changes people have. So a bunch of things I've experienced here, you guys, this leadership is next level. It is something that I had never experienced yet. Like I said, I was burnt out and strung out. I walk into Modere, and I feel like I have more people than I can even count holding me up under my armpits. I mean, the resources are there. The encouragement is there. The shout-outs are there. If you guys are in any of the groups, just that the level of enthusiasm and motivation, support is like nothing I have ever seen. The product technology is so cutting edge, it's so advanced, and not only is it that, there's so much of it. So in terms of like business, there is literally something for everyone, and that sometimes can sound a little bit cliche, but there actually literally is. I mean, with over 80 products, to be able to grow a customer pod base, which is, on social media, people don't talk about what they love, right? Like, can I get an amen to that? Because people want to talk about what they love, and a lot of them accidentally get into a business. And so when you can do that and have a system like Modere where you can grow, like they were just sharing, I went platinum like really quickly, and I feel like I haven't even done a thing yet, because I was just showing my collagen coffee and showing the laundry soap and things that are everyday staples in people's homes. And so that was really different for me. That was really telltale on why I also wanted to partner, because these were everyday consumable products that, the average household uses. And then also the technology on the business end of things. The reason that we get into often things and opportunities like this is because we want to create options for our family, and we want to create and free up our time. And we always want to free up our time because we want to spend more of it with our family, right? And so in my former company, a lot of those technologies weren't there. So it was time that my family was losing. Yeah, my bank account was growing, but my family wasn't getting the best of me. Whereas with Modere, I actually now have the best of both of those worlds. My family's like, are you still doing this? Because you're with us a lot. And so that really is another thing to really take note of the amount of time that you're actually gaining, because Modere takes care of us so well, even with, monthly product reminders and sales, and everything's automated, you guys. That's a really, really big deal. And I just absolutely love the referral system and that automation. So if I can answer any questions, feel free to ask. But, yeah, would love for you guys all to experience this and really, really talk to the person that brought you on this call and take this all to heart, because it's not apples to apples. There's apples and oranges out there, and Modere absolutely is the cream of the crop, and I will tell you that from personal experience.
Awesome. And I love one thing that really resonated with me, Heidi, is when you said that you were looking into the eyes of your team members and seeing there wasn't any excitement. There wasn't accident. Not everybody was winning. And that's so true coming to Modere. Like, when this opportunity was first presented to me, like, I was like, I'm just going to try the product. And I'll let you know that, girl, that body firming foam, I have it in full stock. And my husband and I continuously fight over it, especially after having a large abdominal surgery. When I first found Modere, I actually had a 12-pound tumor and half my liver removed. So they did a full abdominal, my kids call it my shark bite. But to see the decrease in, like, the scarring on my skin and, like, knowing every single day, like, women have bat wings, right? Like, being able to put it under our arms as we get older and those little fat cells come out from wherever they're hiding to be able to tighten and tone is so true. And that one simple product can change everything. Like, I remember John sharing his story when they first found Modere, they had toothpaste. Like, there was not a lot of things that the company had. And I've gone through each and every single day and look in every room of my house, and there's a product, whether it's the toothpaste, the mouthwash, the amazing collagen shampoo and conditioner, the body wash, things that I know that are safe and effective for my kids, our laundry soap, my son as a type 1 diabetic being able to use our probiotics. You know, as my older kids are getting older, my 21-year-old's obsessed with trim, but also our collagen for athletes, especially like the sports collagen for our kids. And knowing that there's different products that are going to resonate with everybody's goals, whether it's losing weight, whether it's gut health, whether it's skin care, hair care. There's so many different products, like you said, that resonate with so many different people. And for you to sit there and say that, you know, you were winning but your team wasn't, having them see that vision, having them see that excitement, and especially the time with family. I feel like that time is so much more valuable than any aspect of any opportunity. And be able to work your business around family time, I think, is so key and so important that a lot of people don't see, because their face is in the computer, their face is in, you know, belly-to-belly appointments. And we have that opportunity, like you said, with that referral program and with being able to meet different leaders and different people on these steps of this journey that are cheering you on from all over the world. And I just love that you hit on that, because it's so true. Like, you know, we've all never met in person, but, like, our stories impact us. And to be able to share those stories, you can share other people's journeys on your social media, and it's going to resonate with someone else. And I absolutely love that you said that as well. If you could, one of the questions that I had for you, hold on, I was writing down your stuff, so hold on. Let me see. Okay, so when John comes back to you over social media, and it's so funny because I grew up in Maryland and I went to high school in Maryland, and the Meltons actually live like 30 minutes from me, so it's so awesome to have them right in this area. But to be able to reconnect with him over social media, what platforms do you find for building your business? What is effective for you, and how has your team utilized different social media platforms? Like, do you do live video? Do you do short-term videos? Are you active in your stories? Like, what key things have you found that have benefited your business the most?
Yeah, so, you know, obviously one of the biggest benefits always is showing up. Just showing up, I always say, in the raw and the real, being who you are, but you have to be present, right? People need to know that you're there and letting them into all the corners of your life. And so I'm an Instagram girl. I love Instagram, but I do utilize Facebook, and I'm actually just venturing into TikTok. But Instagram stories every single day. Feel free to hop over to my Instagram and just follow it for a little while and kind of see what I mean by stories. And the consistency of that, I love making reels. And I love what John always says. You know, sometimes you can be a little nerve-wracking when you do something new, but just show up live. Like, just get in there. Embrace the suck. Like, my first ones years ago, they were terrible, and I laugh at them now. And some of them are still just really ridiculous, and I do a lot of just silly dancing with my kids or whatever. But people go onto social media for entertainment, and when they're entertained, they become they earn a trust with you, and when they earn a trust with you, when you show that you're drinking your collagen coffee, people want to know what it is. And so it's creating and developing that trust. I really have taken to making it consistent to go live, and I like to go live over on Facebook. Facebook is a phenomenal platform for that, and it doesn't have to be about, like, it's just about letting people into your day-to-day. Yesterday I went live about needing advice on some beautiful fern plants that I brought in from the deck from summer, but you can talk about a wide range of things that interest you, and people will follow, and it's the best way to gain new followers, but you're really developing that trust. So I do a combination of stories every day, short form reels, and then I do lives as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a big thing, is showing up each and every single day and embracing that stuff. Like, going live was so scary, like the first time that we ever go live, right? And I remember a dear friend years ago, her first live, she was so nervous, she didn't even realize that there was a load of laundry behind her and her bra was literally sitting on top. But she did it. But that's how we show up, right? Like, one of my key things is I'm a hot mess mom. I literally embrace that hot mess each and every single day. 6 days of the week, you're going to see me in hot mess form, and one day a week, people are going to be like, what's Lauren doing? Because she actually has makeup on and real clothes. Like, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find me in leggings and a hoodie, and I'm here for it. But you know what I mean? Like, you're showing up, and you're showing people who you are each and every single day and the life that you live. And I think, like, a key thing with you is, dancing with your kids. Like, people want to see the real, raw you. They don't just want to have that spammy Pammy showing up saying, oh, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, you need to buy this. Like, combine your product with your everyday life, and, like, making it fun and showing up on those different platforms. So,
for sure.
Thank you.
I just want to leave us with one last thing here, just as you were saying that. Take this into your everyday. Don't feel like you have to be at home in the perfect location to be able to do this business. Like I said, if you want to follow along, there's so many phenomenal people to watch, but I am a farm girl. I drive really big equipment. I do my business on that equipment. I'll make a reel from that equipment, from behind the grain truck, from wherever I am. Take it with you, and don't worry about it being perfect, because people just want a glimpse into, can I actually do this alongside my everyday? The answer is yes, but we need to show them. So I think that's really important too.
Yes, absolutely, because I feel like when people show up too perfect, they're hiding something. Like,
totally.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And when people see, like, oh my God, they have the perfect life, they have the perfect hair, they have the perfect this, they have the perfect that, like, what's their backstory? Like, what are they hiding? Like, always show up the authentic self, the authentic you, and 110% agree. Thank you, Heidi, so much for sharing all these gems with us. I know that we're going to be putting up some posts in M Life and Rhino Nation, especially with everybody's stories and best tips and tricks. So I can't wait for you to share as well and continue crushing it. And I know we're going to see lots more rank advancements for you in the future.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
All right, my friends. As we continue, we are going to the UK now. We are traveling. I love that we are literally all over the world today with this phone call. And I'm super, super excited to bring on Miss Gemma-Leigh. Gemma-Leigh has been with the company since March of this past year, so she just hit a year. And super, super excited for her to share with you, because her team just crushed D3. And D3, the next level we know, guys, is elite, elite, elite. We're going to put it into the universe. So, Miss Gemma-Leigh, are you out there?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Hello. Oh, my gosh, I could talk to you all day. I love your voice. I love your accent. And I'm
loving all the American accents. I love the accent.
So super, super excited to have you on today. Gemma, could you just share a little bit of your background? Like, have you been in the industry? Is this your first opportunity? Can you just share a little bit of your background? I know you're a single mama, and I know you're crushing all the things. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Oh, thank you. So I've been in the industry for 8 years, actually, and, resonating with everything that everybody's saying as well. Sometimes we have some PTSD, we have some bad experiences. Obviously, I've had some amazing experiences. I've been the six-figure earner in the industry. I've changed my whole life with this industry, so I'm very excited. Very grateful for that as well. I've been with Modere now for under a year. I think I was looking for a very professional company, but I'll go into that a little bit more later. But I'm a single mum to Robin. He's 9. I actually started this business when he was just a baby, and he has grown up. I've always called him my business partner. I know a lot of mums have mum guilt and stuff over business, but I made sure that I never did it that way. I always did it, to inspire Robin and to do it together. And when we hit Director Free, I didn't hit Director Free, we hit Director Free. I always say he's my little business partner. We do this together, and he loves that as well. The biggest thing that I love about this industry, especially coming from a professional background, I came from a legal background. I've got 3 degrees, including a master's degree. I studied my whole life, for law, and that was my profession. That was what I thought I would do forever, criminal law. And when I went through my awful divorce, I found network marketing by accident, and very quickly overtook my legal income, so didn't go back. And the thing that I love, as I said, most about this industry is actually that you can still keep your career, you can still keep that professional level income, and you can still be an amazing present mum. I don't know many industries, many jobs, many careers where it's both, in my opinion anyway. I feel like you have that amazing high-level career and you earn all of the money, and then you never quite have the time that you want with your children, or the other way round. You're the amazing present mum that does everything, and maybe at the expense of your career and your earning capacity. So I actually love the industry for that. I'm very thankful for that. I feel that I've been able to have that. I think it was something very important to have, as I said, coming from that professional background. I know that even though I was divorced and became a single mum, I would have felt very hard done by if I'd not had a very well-paid career, a very high-level career. But I know that I wanted to be that present mum. Thanks to this business, one of my biggest dreams came true, which my little boy goes to a private school. I do that all on my own. Everything I earn is from my business. I don't have any other income, so everything I've achieved is from this. Last year alone, we had 15 holidays. That sounds mad when I say it, but, that's what this business has done for me and my Robin. I've always been able to build my business around the school runs, around travelling, around our little mum and son adventures. I document it. I build my business mostly on Facebook. I document that. I just basically document our lives and our journeys and speak to people, network that way. I love that my little boy gets to see with his own eyes that hard work pays, because he sees his mummy working really hard, and then he knows that we have benefits and rewards from that. And I think that that's a really good lesson to teach our children as well. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm really grateful to inspire other people, especially mums and single mums, and really to show mums, as I said, that you don't have to sacrifice your career and income to become that amazing mum, and that you can actually have both in this industry. So that's that. I can talk a little bit more about Director Free in a minute, but that's my journey, and that's my biggest reason that I love this business.
I literally have goosebumps, and if you could adopt me so I could go on 15 holidays, I would love that. I would love to put in my application, so let me know where I need to fill that out. But I think that speaks volumes, especially as a mom of 3. And when our team was on our run for Director 3, and then the following month we hit Elite 1, and incorporating your kids in this journey is so true, because there are a lot of opportunities, just like Heidi was saying, where she was away from her kids. She was away from her kids. And now we have this opportunity to share with our kids, to have the fun, to incorporate them in the excitement. And it's you all hitting a rank, not just mommy hitting a rank. I absolutely love that. Like my older two, when we were going for elite, I did time blocks during the day. Like I would literally set a timer and say, I'm going to work for this long. When I'm done, this is what we're going to go do. And then my kids would be like, well, do you need help with us? Like when I do incentives for customers, my kids are helping pack those up to send them out, so they feel included in the excitement and in the run that we're on each and every single day. And then at the end, of course, my older two were like, well, like you're able to take him on holidays and share with him, like being able to take them on trips. And then one of their big things was I always joked with my kids. I said, when we hit elite, you're both getting new AirPod Pros. So the day after our team hit elite, I give my kids a box, and it was like a huge box with like teeny tiny boxes of AirPods, like all the way in the bottom. And they looked at me and they were so excited, and they were like, these are our AirPods. Like, we know that you hit that rank, Mom, and we did it. And it's just so fun seeing the excitement of our kids, but to know that you're making a difference and they're seeing that on the journey with you. Can you share with me, like I know you said that you're no longer in the corporate world, like this is your full-time income. Did you decide to step away from that when you started this journey, or how long after did you make that decision to go full-time with Modere?
Well, I've actually been full-time since day one. So as I said, I studied my life. I was a lawyer. I was basically very nearly qualified in law when I went through my divorce, and I had a newborn baby, and my, thoughts were always that I would go back to law. And then I kind of was forced to go back early because of the divorce and going through all of that stuff. And I started to realise, this is not a mummy-friendly job, actually. Imagine having 3 degrees and studying your whole life to realise that actually that's not what I want, really, especially at this time. So I found network marketing, it was temporary. In my head, it was temporary. I assumed that this type of industry, maybe you'd earn £300-400 a month at most, and I was quite happy with that. I would do it for a few months and I would go back to law. And within 6 months, I'd overtaken my legal salary, and within a year, I'd doubled it. And since then, I've tripled it. And obviously, finding Modere, as I said, I've only been here for 10 months, but I've done this full-time now for coming up to 9 years. So I obviously needed to find a company where I can maintain the income and maintain the momentum and everything like that. So, yeah, I think I just came in, went to work, made that happen. Obviously, I came in from experience as well. But, yeah, we hit Director 3 this month as a team. Should I talk about that? Should I talk about Director 3 and everything about how we did that?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that one thing that you hit on is that mindset, right? Like, you knew your why. You knew that to be the best mom that you could be, you had a purpose and you had a why of how we're going to make this work, and replacing an income with 3 degrees and legal background, like legal backgrounds, I know they make a decent salary. To know that you've tripled that, yes, I would love to know how you and your team rallied and what are the best things that you've done to be able to build your team, and how you all have done that strategically over this last month.
Okay, please excuse my cough, by the way. So I feel like I came in from a different place as well already, because we learn to become over years the leaders that we want to be, rather than, following others or looking at others. And I think the biggest tip that I can give, if you've not started or even if you're way in, is to just be yourself and to show up as yourself. I don't really look around too much. Like, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't really look around too much of other people and what they're doing. I kind of just build my own way. If my team member comes to me and says, I don't like that, I don't feel comfortable doing that, I'll be like, well, don't do that then. You know, what do you feel comfortable with? What does make you happy? And I teach my team to always lead with what actually makes them happy, not necessarily what's being told what to do or what's the right thing to do, because you'll only really ever enjoy a business that when you enjoy doing the things that you're doing. So here at Modere, every month we have really amazing promotions, you know, incentives, which I really love. So January we had so many incentives, and I think that really helped. I think it's nice to kick off a new year with good incentives, but the thing is with Modere, I've never actually seen as many incentives. But I think I've seen more here in 10 months than I have in my whole 9-year career. They're just, you know, constant and everywhere, which is just amazing because it helps you and your team build such an amazing business. January, we had upline incentives coming from everywhere. We had amazing incentives here in the UK on the BTS. We had huge discounts on sign-ups as well. My team took it upon themselves really to run. We had an initiative with the XM packs, and they literally they were such amazing value with obviously the credits and the free sign-up and everything like that. They ran with that. Obviously, that's great for the customers. They get an amazing box of stuff with amazing discounts and more money to spend. And then the team get, you know, obviously amazing points and stuff to build their business and go for their promotions. I've never actually in so many years, I can't even remember, years and years probably, seen the momentum that we have in this team right now, like across the team, across the whole of Modere. But my team, we had so many promotions in January, I don't think my fingers could cope. I feel like they were going to catch on fire at one point. They were going so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, the promotions were just coming from every direction, which is absolutely amazing. I really love everything about this company. I really researched to make sure that, you know, I was finding my forever home this time. I don't think there's anything wrong with moving companies, actually. You know, if you wasn't happy in your corporate job or in a job, you would move. I don't think there's anything wrong with moving, but obviously it's nice to be able to find your forever home, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to find a company that was forever. I really love this company. The products are absolutely amazing. I didn't want to be promoting or selling products that, you know, were not scientifically backed and didn't have everything that we have. So I absolutely love the products. I think the community is amazing. I actually think that we have the best corporate team I've ever seen as well, and that helps so much in business. You know, I actually thought that I had an amazing corporate team in my first company, and this corporate team has just blown that away. You know, this corporate team are so helpful and supportive. I really love the upline support. I also love the fact that there's no real, like, egos. You know, in some companies you have, you know, she's at the top and you can't really speak to her, or, you know, that's a very important person. And we're here, you know, we're all very important people, and I love that. You know, everybody's important. There's no, you know, she's better or he's better. We're all over here winning, building together, helping each other. I absolutely love the upline support and the whole team support. I really love the events as well. I actually think that companies can get it wrong when it comes to events. I've been to some, and, you know, without sounding disrespectful, that, you know, I'm like, oh my God, like, what is going on here? Like, you know, they really do get the events right. They get the balance right for the events, which I love. We're all off to Paris in March. Hopefully see lots of you there in Europe, in Paris. We're all going to be going there in March. I love, as I said, the great offers as well. The offers are always there to help you build. I think that's really helpful in building, you know, a business and making your income. And just to end as well, I would say that for those of you that are listening, just to keep doing the simple daily tasks and believe in yourself, because I feel like sometimes we compare ourselves to others, or we look so far into the future and think, oh, this won't happen, I can't do this is not achievable. Guys, guess what? Time passes anyway, so keep doing the simple business tasks, believe in what you're doing and stay focused. Because we have every single thing we need here at our fingertips to change our whole life, and that's what I absolutely love about No Dare.
Awesome. I love that. And you saying that when your team member, something's not working for them, finding what works for them, and knowing that you can reach out to uplines, and knowing that you can reach out to anyone no matter where they are in this business, and really utilizing those promotions. Like I said at the beginning of the call, having the enrollment fee waived through the 15th of February. It's so key and vital to get people started and to show them that momentum and to continue that momentum. And I'll tell you guys on this call, if you go to Gemma-Leigh's page, she's not lying about her fingers being on fire. There is promotion after promotion after promotion. And I know that we will continue to see all of those promotions with your team. So thank you so, so much.
Oh, thank you. It's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, my friends. So I know this call is usually an hour. We may go over a few minutes. And there is a reason. And you're going to stay on here, and you're going to fall in love with this last human, because I know that I fell in love with her from the moment that I met her. Miss Jackie Wilson is coming to us from Canada. And fun fact, even though I have yet to debunk this rumor, I heard that she may live in an igloo because she lives in Canada. And I was not able to, when COVID happened and we were supposed to have a event in Canada and it was canceled, I never got to know if it was actually true. But I am super honored and super excited to introduce to you Elite 3, Platinum 1, Miss Jackie Wilson. Are you out there?
I'm sitting here shaking my head at the igloo comment, you turkey. Oh, if you guys could only...
I literally, when I first met Jackie, guys, I think we were on one of the escape trips, actually, and a mutual friend, introduced me to Jackie, and I loved her vibe, and I loved her passion, and she was, I don't even remember how that whole conversation started. She's like, yeah, it's something that people say, people from Canada, it's always cold, and we live in igloos, and we have snowshoes, so... I've yet to be able to come and visit you, Jackie, so I have to come and visit so you can, prove me wrong.
You're going to be so disappointed. They also wanted to know, people have asked me, true story, do y'all have, moose and bears and stuff that, walk across your backyard? I'm like, no, we're good. We're good. No.
If you want to see it.
I'm like, no, we're good. But I am so excited to be on this call, and I don't want this to go on too long for you guys because, you got to get on with your day. But before I even start, I'm just going to give you just a little warning that I've got 2 little French bulldogs at my feet that can, carry on and bark and whatever, so we could be interrupted. It's just my girls, so, anything could happen. But when John asked me a couple weeks ago, he said, hey, dude, would you come on my team call? Well, first of all, when John Melton asks you to do something, you just say yes, and then you figure out later. Am I available? Am I not available? I don't know, but I'm going to do it. So I said to him, what do you want me to talk about? He's like, anything you want. Well, that's a loaded question. That was loaded, but I've condensed it down a little bit. So one thing that I think has been a common theme throughout this entire call this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are, is that every single one of these people, even the people that aren't speaking on this call, we've all made a decision. At some point, we've made a decision, whether it's, to start your business, whether it's, you're partway through your business. It doesn't matter where you are in your business. It's also, as you heard Jeanne talk about, making a decision of better health. You've heard Gemma-Leigh talk about the decision of, not going back into law and not pursuing that career and making the decision to be at home, and there's decisions that we make in life, but there's 4 stages to a decision. And when I heard this a number of years ago, it stuck with me, and I trained my team on it. I've trained on stages on this, and I really felt like I was being pulled to talk to you guys about it today. So if you've got a pen and paper handy, I would like you to write, whether you want to write it along the top or down the side of the column of your page, whatever. I want you to write these 4 stages. The first one is dream. The second one is distress, and I'll try not to talk too quickly. I can, and I get excited. So dream is number 1. Distress is number 2. Development is number 3, and destination is number 4. So what happens when we decide to do something? Well, immediately we start dreaming, don't we? And in this phase, this is that point where you've said yes. This is that point where you've made that decision, yes, I'm doing this. So yes, I'm losing weight. Yes, I'm going to stop smoking. Yes, I'm going to quit my job and stay at home. Yes, I'm going to enroll in that new business opportunity. Yes, I'm going to the next level. Yes, I'm doing whatever it is. This is life stuff. I'm going to pick up a new hobby. I'm going to do whatever. This is the dream stage. This is the exciting stage. Okay, you're excited. You're filled with vision. You're filled with possibility. You are out there. You are just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make $1 million. Like, you are doing your thing. And then you start sending messages because your upline, your mentors, your leaders, whatever, we're just going to refer to business here, they're telling you to do this and you do it. You know what happens? You get ghosted. Or people say no. Or people say, are you freaking kidding me right now? Please tell me you're not doing one of those things. Please go get a job. Gemma-Leigh, would you just go back to work? Sister, come on. Tell me you're not doing that. Or, Jeanne, you really think you're going to lose weight doing that? Taking that tablespoon of that goop, that chocolate battered thing? Come on. Go to Weight Watchers. Go have this surgery, okay? What happens is it immediately puts you into the second stage, which is the distress stage. This is the stage right here, you guys, where people quit. This is the stage where it sucks the wind out of you. It takes the wind out of your sails. You start to question, I can't do this. This is too hard, man. Maybe they're right. Maybe I don't have what it takes. Like, what was I thinking? And anxiety can creep in, fear can creep in. And what happens when somebody is filled with fear and anxiety, they get paralyzed and they do nothing. So if you're a leader on this call and you've got people who aren't doing anything, chances are they're in the distress phase of this decision. Okay? They're filled with fear. They're paralyzed. Someone has sucked the joy out of something for them. Something has happened. This is also where people start to make excuses. This is also where we start negotiating with ourselves. We start bargaining with ourselves. This is the time where, I've seen it happen over and over and over and over again. I watch really great people walk away from something that they haven't even really had a chance to try at yet. And I know why. It's because they've come up against distress from outside forces, right? But this is the time where you really need to get into stage 3, and that's the development stage. Now, at this stage, this is where you have got to be hungry. You have got to have tenacity and perseverance and grit. This is where you've got to be willing to be coachable. You've got to be hungry. You've got to be just so willing to learn and to be mentored. So you've got to be willing to open yourself up. You've got to be willing to learn something new. You've got to really dig into developing yourself. Personal growth and development has been a huge thing for me. When I started in 2015, I had the opportunity to launch Modere in Canada in 2015. And trust me, hot mess express over here. Like, I had failed at network marketing in the past. Truth be told, didn't take it seriously. Had no clue. Like Gemma-Leigh, I was in law too. So I'm like, oh, Michelle Barnes was in law, she's in law, I was in law. Like, come on. I mean, that was my career. I saw network marketing really as a hobby. If I made money, great. You know what I was literally, true story, I was a kit collector. I loved it. Give me the kit. Yeah, oh, I love your makeup. Sure. Yeah, okay. And my bestie was doing it, so I'll sell it with her, but I ain't training. I'm not. This is back in the day, too. I'm going to be 53, so let me tell you. This was back in the day where you got the great big manual, and then they, upgraded to getting the CD-ROM. Yeah, I wasn't going to read any of that, and I wasn't plugging that into my computer, and then you could give me the little stick all you wanted to plug in there, too, the flash drive. I wasn't watching that. I wasn't learning your script. I wasn't going to learn the presentation. I wasn't going to memorize. I did one. I'll never forget it. I did one party. This was back in party plan days. I had no freaking clue. I'm standing up in front of the room, with all these women staring at me, and I'm slinging makeup and skincare. I didn't know the script. I didn't know the presentation. It was terrible. But you know what? I didn't care because I had a job. There's nothing wrong with having a job because it's, if you're passionate about what you're doing, go do that, right? Was I passionate about law? That's a whole other story. Okay, anyway, I digress. But it wasn't until I had this opportunity literally fall into my lap. Again, I saw that post on social media, that one post, and it changed my life because I was in such a bad situation in my personal life with my family, my finances. It was really bad at that time. And right at that time, my boss got appointed as a judge. So instead of me being able to go with her and be her administrative support while she was, on the bench, they gave her court-appointed staff. I was out. So now what am I going to do? Well, this opportunity came along, and this is where I made the decision because I had nothing else to go on. It was sink or swim, and this opportunity, literally, I see this post on social media. I asked Joni Robbins about it from North Carolina. She told me about it. She actually came to Canada. It was crazy how it all just happened, but I made the decision at that point to go all in. I was going all in for myself. I was going all in to save my family and our finances. I had the dream phase. I'm flying home from Utah after I'd gone to head office to check this company out. I'm flying home. I've actually written about this in a couple of books. I'm looking down through the clouds. I see the lights below of Toronto as we're coming in, and I am so freaking excited because I just know that everybody's going to want this. Everybody's going to want to hear about it. And by the way, at that time, yeah, we had toothpaste, we had body butter, we had nothing else. So we weren't even in Canada, we weren't shipping into Canada, we had no website. Like they didn't even know how they were going to pay me. True story. They actually said, we're not ready for Canada. We can't even pay you. We can't ship anything into your country. I don't know. This isn't going to work. And I was like, well, we're going to figure it out. And then I went into distress phase because everybody started saying, nope, too risky, get a job. My own family told me to get a job, and I went into distress phase. But that didn't last long because I couldn't afford to stay in the distress phase. I had to get into the development stage. And what I love about Modere is the mentorship and the guidance that we have on every freaking level here in this company. Who cares enough about you, if you are willing, coachable, and hungry to take them up on it. I went all in with learning. So who I was in 2015 is not who I became in 2016, 17, 18, and so on, and even today. And I'm sidelined to all of you. And if any single one of you messaged me and asked me for help, you better believe I'm giving it to you. Because we don't do the whole, you can't talk to so-and-so and all that. That's not part of our culture here in Modere. Another reason why I love it and why I've stayed for 9 years, right? But in the development stage, this is also where you implement your training, but you get into massive action mode, okay? You've got to get into massive all-out action mode. And in this stage, this is the stage where you achieve your goals, and this is where you get to stage 4, and that's your destination. And at this stage, please, please, please do yourself the favor and celebrate. Be excited. you've just hit Director 3 in your team. You all better be excited and celebrating the bejesus out of that. But don't stay there too long, because you know what happens? You go back to dream stage, distress, development, destination. You go back to those 4 stages every single time, because what happens is when you reach that destination, now it's time to set a new goal. You don't stay. You don't say, well, I've hit Director 3, that's it, I'm out. I've hit Team Leader. I guess that's good enough for now. No. If you're like me, you're like, what's next, what's next, what's next? And that is when you get back into dream stage. You get back into setting those lofty goals. And then what happens? Oh, my gosh, it's harder than you thought it was going to be. People left your team. People ghosted you. People said no. Things, maybe your favorite products got sunset. I don't know what it is, but something has happened that's thrown you right back into distress state. Maybe it's taken you longer to get there. And you're just so filled with, when is it going to be my time? This does not happen overnight. So now you're filled with all the anxiety, and you're questioning yourself, and you're questioning everything again. You are in distress phase. If you can recognize the phase that you are in, that is half the battle. So if you've hit a goal, get right back into dream phase, but know distress phase is coming. This is exciting when you can recognize that you are in distress phase, because now I got to get out of distress phase and into development stage. I got to get a hold of my mentor. What do I need to learn? What skills do I need to develop? Where do I need to strengthen? What do I need to overcome? What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Implement. Get into action. Do it messy. Make mistakes. Do it. That's where you learn the most. But if you are in all-out action mode, if you're getting no, I'm going to high-five you right now. I am air high-fiving you, because you are that much closer to a yes. If you are getting no's, you are in action. You are ready to rock and roll. You are doing the do that's going to take you towards what? Destination. Okay? 4 stages. Just think about this the next time you find yourself, in one of these situations or one of these stages. Oh, I must be in development, distress phase. Now I got to get into development phase. Development phase is only going to take you to the destination. But get right back in there. And guys, this can be literally applied in every situation of your life. I have recently lost over 70 pounds. I made that decision over a year ago that I was done. I wasn't feeling good. It was not good. It was lots of things, right? And I'm 5'2", so when I got extra weight on me, you can see it. But I decided, truth, there it is, I've decided that I was going to lose the weight. I went into distress phase because it's hard. Guys, it's hard. It's not easy, right? And you go through all the different things, okay? But then I went into development stage. Through my weight loss journey, I decided I was going to walk every day. And then you know what I did? I decided, well, I'm going to jog from here to that fire hydrant. And then I'm going to jog from that fire hydrant to that corner. And I did a little bit extra every time. But as I'm jogging, I realized this sucks. I'm not good at this. I look terrible. I can't imagine how I look. I'm out of breath. I'm so red in the face. I hate this. My feet were killing me. My legs were killing me. I could not breathe. I'm doubled over, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, what am I doing? This is stupid. I literally thought, I'm not doing this anymore. I did. And I realized I'm in distress phase. What do I need to do? So I went and learned. How to actually run. Now, I'm still not good at it. I'm not pretty. All those people that are pretty joggers, hats off to you, because I look like an elephant coming down it's not good. Okay, let's just put it there. Like, it's not fun. But guess what? I don't care. I got new shoes. I went and got my feet actually measured, and I got fit for proper shoes based on my gait and the way that my feet roll, and everything made a huge difference. I learned how to step. I learned how to do it so that it could be easier. It's never going to be easy, but it could be easier. And then guess what? I started to be able to jog halfway through my walks. Like, I was literally jogging for 15 minutes out of a 30-minute walk. That's huge. Okay? So dream, distress, development, destination. And I just really wanted to bring that to you guys today because I just had another reminder for myself why it was time to tighten this up again for me. I had another reminder why it was time for me to get dreaming again, why it was time for me to get back into that all-out development stage, why it was time for me to just get my ish together and get back at it. And I had to do some soul searching, but I can tell you one thing about me, I don't give up. I was not put on this earth, and neither were any of you, to be mediocre. You were not put on this earth to fail. You were put on this earth to win, for whatever that means for you. Just remember, no matter where you are at, remember the 4 stages of the decision. But do yourself a favor and make the dang decision. Just say yes and figure it all out later and be messy about it. Now, I'm going to let you guys get back to your day. I don't know, Lauren, if you've got anything else, but just thank you guys for having me on this call. I really appreciate it. If we're not connected on social media, hit me up. I'd love to chat with you guys.
Jackie Wilson, I love you. I literally love you, and I feel like I needed to hear that today. And it's so funny you saying, like, with the dream and distress and development and destination, it's an ongoing cycle, right? Like, it's literally an ongoing cycle. Like, once you hit that destination, okay, what's my next destination? And then you hit that dream phase again. And then you're going to hit that distress, and you're going to hit that development. And you sitting there saying, like, you're going to high-five somebody that's getting those no's. One thing years ago that I learned when I first started, I don't even remember where I first started, doing the 100-box no challenge. For every no, like when you get 100 no's, like you're always going to get a yes somewhere in there. And challenging yourself to make sure that, yes, I got another no, it's closer to a yes. Yes, I got another no, it's closer to a yes. And continuously, like, stop doubting yourself and continue to grow each and every single day, because through those no's, you're going to get those yeses. Like, I love, love, love everything that you just said that came out of your mouth, and I love you more. And guys, like, seriously, like, watching Jackie's journey, like, seriously, and she's like, I'm a hot mess. Girl, you are not a hot mess. You are a hot tea, and I'm so dang grateful that you were on this call today, and then I got to be able to speak with you on this call today. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, before we wrap up, one thing with Jackie just pouring that into us and getting our minds literally turning and our goals and our dreams and our visions, please do not forget that John and Michelle just launched the next 14-day challenge, which started yesterday. So whether it's in Rhino Nation or M Life, go back and watch that live recap. Learn how you can do the 14-day challenge. Earn those points each and every single day. Top 10 winners are going to earn one-on-one coaching calls with some of our amazing uplines. Do yourself a favor. Do that 14-day challenge. Print out that challenge. I will tell you, doing these 14-day challenges, it really puts you back into that dream mode to get to that destination. Make sure I challenge you to do a 100 no box challenge. Challenge yourself to get those no's, because it's going to lead to that yes. We are going to end this call today. Just remember to be amazing in everything that you do. Have an amazing Saturday. Have an amazing weekend. Have an amazing February. Go crush your goals. Go to SRC. Catch the vision. We love you guys, and we will see you soon. Happy Saturday, friends.